What's up, YouTube? This is going to be our guide on how to use Amoonguss in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'll be providing competitive movesets and some fun me movesets too. If there's a Pokemon you'd like to see me cover, put it below in the comment section of the video. And if you enjoy these to help you out, get you thinking, drop a like on the video, and let's get into it. There's a Fungus Amoonguss. So this Pokemon primarily is very, very good in support. That's its best thing, whether you're playing singles or especially doubles, right? So we're going to have a look at some singles, double sets, different thoughts, and ideas what we can do with Amoonguss and checking out all of its movesets that it could possibly be. So let's have a look at its stats first. So we got a nice stumping health stat of 114, very, very good. And its defense and special defense are not too bad, nothing super amazing, but it's enough, right? Mainly because of its ability Regenerator, which is going to allow it to swap out and gain a third of its health back, which is very, very good, especially coupled with the right teammates in general. It can be quite an annoying Pokemon to get around. It's got Grass and Poison typing, which isn't too bad. It's not an amazing typing, but it's not too bad. It suits the Pokemon. And we've got the other ability, the Effect Spore too, which you're not going to use that as much as Regenerator. I will suggest some Effect Spore sets and stuff like that, but mostly you're going to be considering Regenerator as the best ability. So I think this serves as a very nice defensive wall, especially in singles. You could use this in doubles too if you want to, but I've got some probably a little bit more optimized sets for doubles. So singles, we've got 248 in health, 252 in defense, EVs, and last little bit in special defense. Bold nature, just optimizing its defensive stats and any entry hazards. And we've also got the item as Rocky Helmet. So this Pokemon you could swap in as the defensive wall, get some extra damage against the opponent with Rocky Helmets. And we've got Spore to put the opponents to sleep, Giga Drain for sustain and to get some damage. Same with Sludge Bomb, you might be able to spread a poison there too. Just as main stab moves. And we've also got Foul Play. Foul Play is very good for Amoonguss if the opponent decides to try and set up on you with, like, say, a Sword Dance or something like that, or a Dragon Dance. You can use your own attack stat in the damage calculation and do a lot of health damage back to the opponent, which is going to be very, very handy. So I definitely wouldn't call it a super duper passive Pokemon. Like, it's not a real big heavy hitter, but it can still do something, right? So yeah, these are the EVs I got. I would suggest it mainly as a defensive wall. It's got good typing for it. As for Terra type, I like Water on it. There are a couple of other ones. So Water's good for any incoming fire moves, especially. You can go Terra Water as a defensive Terra. I don't know if I'd really be going like Terra Grass and Poison unless you were like making a special attacker or a physical attacker, like an offensive set, which probably isn't the greatest. It's definitely better as support, but yeah, I'd go Water. Another one you could do as well, just thinking here, would be, we've got like, you could try Dark for any Psychic type moves. You could try that. You could try Fairy, wouldn't be too bad as well. That wouldn't be so bad. I'm just trying to think of some other ones you could go. Fire wouldn't be bad at all. So Fire could be good. You could turn yourself into a Fire type, and then a Fire type would be not very effective against you. That could be a possibility as well. But I just like, with this sort of style, I like Water the best. I think that's the best defensive type for Amoonguss as well. And if a Grass type comes in after you've Terra Water, well, you can just go for Sludge Bomb. It's going to be super effective in most cases. So that's probably the best there in terms of Terra and for a more of a singles defensive sort of core set. Let's have a look at some doubles now, because you do a little bit more with this in doubles. So we've got the move Rage Power, which is a very, very good move. Pretty much you're going to have your ally next to you, and you're going to redirect everything to the Amoonguss, which is going to be very, very handy, especially when you've got teammates that maybe need a bit of setup or support. It's very, very good for that. So we've got Spore, Rage Power. You can put stuff to sleep. You can redirect moves. You got Pollen Puff, which is a great move too. Obviously, you can deal damage, and you can also target your ally to heal 50% of the max health, which is very nice. And I would suggest Protect as well, just to sort of scope out what other moves are coming there. Say if you get double targeted by someone, you could go ahead and use that and allow your partner or ally to set up. So that's a pretty standard core moveset I would run on Amoonguss. It's pretty solid. There are a couple of other moves you might be able to throw into there. I'm thinking you might be able to... I haven't put a poison move on there, but I kind of like this set because it works good all around. But you could get rid of Protect and put Sludge Bomb in there, or you could get rid of Pollen Puff and put Sludge Bomb in there. But I like that set pretty well. I don't think there's too much else you could do. If you're really worried about stat boosts, there are other like gimmicks. You could do like Clear Smog. That's not too bad either. A very, very good support move. You can reset any stat changes, like something that's really set up. You might be able to get rid of that. That's another option too. But that's a pretty standard core set that works very, very well. The EV spread, we got 244 in health, so we're allowing for maximum recovery of the citrus berry. We've got defensive 188 with bold and 76. So sort of rounding it out, it's defensive special defense. We can leave some bigger moves like something like Goldengo. You probably had to give like Goldengo Shadow Ball and something like Qian Pao's Ice Spinner. You'd be able to live that, like some, I don't know, just a couple of examples of moves you'd be able to live there. That would be very nice, and you've got enough in health too, so it makes it not only defensive but a little bit of special defense too, to be able to live some of those other threats that you can't do a lot to, because for example, Goldengo is going to be a good counter for this as well. I'm going to mention some. I'm actually going to mention some partners and stuff, so we'll just remove this singles one for a sec. So some good partners for Amoonguss for something like this, if you want a good partner, some counters and stuff like that. Now, I would run this along, especially, this Urshifu Rapid Strike is very good, but I like that as a partner. That's a very, very good partner for it. Extremely good partner. So it gets rid of a lot of Urshifu Rapid Strikes. Well, they just work hand in hand. Getting rid of each other's counters and stuff like that too is really, really good. Plus, you can also, if you're, say, like your Urshifu, right, is, let's say, Flutter Mane, right? You've got like a Flutter Mane and you got your Urshifu there. You can sort of like sponge moves with it with Rage Power. That's a good example because Flutter Mane is on like so many teams. So that's a great Rage Power Pokemon with the Rapid Strike Urshifu. So that's going to be very, very handy. Some other ones you could possibly run into are like, I'm trying to think, like maybe Iron Hands. Like that's another good one, like Iron Hands. Like you could Rage Power that as well. So yeah, that's such a good core, Amoonguss and the Urshifu Rapid Strike. Try to think of some other good ones. Incineroar is a great one too. The thing I like about Incineroar, especially with Amoonguss, let's say for example we got Parting Shot works great. Parting Shot and Regenerator works very, very well together. You've also got Intimidate. And you've got Fake Out as well, so you can drop the opponent's attack. You can flinch them. You can even Parting Shot out with Amoonguss as well. And they work very nicely hand in hand, right? This is weak to fire. You can just swap that in. It works very, very well. So that would be another good partner. So there's some partners and some... Oh, there's some more counters. I'm thinking any fire types. So a good one... Another one, I'm just thinking at the top here, would be like Raging Bolt. That could be a problem with another counter to that Urshifu and Amoonguss core. So Amoonguss could Rage Powder that as well. That could be another good, another good counter to Urshifu Rapid Strike. But Amoonguss can sort of come in clutch to Rage Powder. It's such a good move, and it's got like the right typing and moves for it too, like great support moves at the same time. And if there's a swap, we can always like heal up your ally with Pollen Puff as well. And if you feel like you're going to get like double teamed by like the opponent, you can go Protect while your ally sets up. So pretty much this Pokemon works beside hyper offensive Pokemon for sure, or just like just offensive attackers. Really works very, very well alongside them. Some other counters to it. Chi-Yu would be a good counter, I would say. I would say Chi-Yu is a good counter for Amoonguss. Some other good counters here. And grass types make a pretty good... Rillaboom would be a good counter because it's immune to a lot of stuff there. If you're not going to run like, I don't know, Sludge Bomb, it's going to be like immune to all these little things here. So you have to watch out for that one. Make sure you have something to be able to counter the grass types if you don't carry that poison type move. Ogerpon could be another one too. I would say Ogerpon. I'm trying to think off the top of my head if there's any, like, you might be able to set up there. Oh, it could even use, I don't follow, I'm not sure how follow me is used too much on Ogerpon, but you could have that as a good counter too. I'm just trying to think of some more stuff here, but that's a good amount of counters. I'll leave it at that. There's quite a few, but there's some good teammates. There's some good counters for Amoonguss if you are considering using it on your team. I would definitely run like Urshifu, Rapid Strike, and Incineroar are probably the 2 best partners for it. And you could even pop Flutter Mane on there as well, and maybe Raging Bolt, Landorus, Chiam Pow. You know, they all work really well with it. That's a solid little combination. Now, the other one that could work as well with it, just thinking like Water type, could be Ogerpon Wellspring. That could work too. That's an option. But yeah, there's tons of information for you there. So the next set I want to sort of show off here we got is an Assault Vest set. This is probably not going to be as good as the other one, but it's just a little bit more of a twist on it. I know that Rage Powered on Pollen Puff and Spore is very good, so you probably wouldn't want to even try this, but if you want a more bulky Amoonguss all round, and you can still make use of the Incineroar and other Pokemon like that, you've got this Max Health, Max Defense this time. We're making it fully bulky in defense, and we've got Max Health and Bold Nature. So we've got Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Foul Play, and Pollen Puff. So all attacking moves, obviously, and this is very, very bulky on both sides. It's going to be quite difficult to feint. And I've given it Terra Fairy too. Well, Water, Fairy, any of those are going to work well. Fire, there's other options you can use for that as well. But they'd be the ones that I would recommend. Back on this one here, as for some other items, I have to mention Rocky Helmet. I did mention that in the singles one, but Rocky Helmet's great on the doubles one as well. Depending on... I'm not sure. If you're running Trick Room, like you might put Iron Ball on there or something. I mean, it's pretty slow already, but maybe you want to have like a... Maybe you want like a counter Trick Room team. You could have Iron Ball on there. Covert Cloak would be good too. Just not getting affected by that secondary status could be very handy for sure for Amoonguss. Like say if you wanted to go for Spore and then someone flinches you, it's like, uh-oh, I can't do that. So yeah, Covert Cloak's good. Maybe Mental Herb if you're scared of getting like taunted and stuff like that. That could definitely work because this has a lot of a status on it. Yeah, that'd be some of the ones I'd suggest there for sure. This one we just as Assault Vest. I'm just thinking like mainly you're going to see a defensive one though. That most of the time you're going to see defensive Amoonguss. It works very, very well. Now, another way you could look at this too, if you want something a little bit different than the normal, you can have a look at this. This is a bit more of a meme. We're going to a few more memes now and sort of like a unique kind of set. So we've got a Venoshock and Hex set. So it does get both of these moves. I figure you could get a Toxic and Venoshock combination going here. And with Hex as well. And you could go Terra Ghost to get around them Psychic types. You could even make it even easier on yourself if you had a Pokemon that had Toxic Spikes, and then you could like free it up for like, I don't know, Spore or something like that. If you were worried about not being able to poison the opponent, say if there was a Steel type. Or you could have something like, I don't know, like a healing move or something like that. Oh yes, we could have a incredible healing move here. So that that's another option too. And you've got Regenerator on top of that. You probably don't need a healing move if you've got Regenerator. But yeah, that's another way you can do it. We got Life Orb as either Max Health, Max Special Attack, Modest Nature, or you can even run like Zero and Quiet if you were planning on doing some like crazy Trick Room team. That could work too. Or you could go Terra Poison on top of Venoshock and a partner like, I don't know, Toxapex or something else was put down Toxic Spikes. That could work. Next set we got here is a Sun team or a Trick Room, or a Sun and Trick Room team. So I noticed it got growth. I know that probably not many people would even bother trying to use this, but on a Sun team, say something like Torkoal with like Drought. Always a very, very good a Sun Pokemon. You could have that, right? And then you could kind of have them as like a sort of like a combo, right? So that's going to set up the Sun. And then you got like you got this Amoonguss that can go growth in the Sun, boosts special attack by 2 stages in the Sun, and then you can fire off powerful solar beams. Terra Blast Fire would be pretty cool there, and Sludge Bomb as well, from sort of like your best coverage you could possibly get. And we've got Wise Glasses as well, giving a 1.1 times boost in all your special attacks. So a little bit of a fun set you could use. I got Quiet Nature because we're running like a Trick Room set. So as for Trick Room, Let's see what you could run in Trick Room. Maybe... Oh, I'm trying to think something. You could have Hatterene. That could work. Hatterene's a possibility. I'm thinking... You've already got a poison type there. I probably wouldn't run Slowking Galar. I would have like Hatterene. That's what I would go for. Like a Trick Room user like that. So you could go a Trick Room Amoonguss. And 85 base isn't exactly what you call amazing, but after a growth, it's going to be hitting pretty hard. You can even opt for something like Weakness Policy, right? I don't know. That might be a little bit of much of a stretch. Maybe you could get like 1 boost off, or when you went Terrify, you might get hit by a ground type move and activate it. So after a growth and a weakness policy, that'll be popping off. That'll be getting some good damage. Maybe you even want to opt to go for Giga Drain then, so you get some sustain and heal yourself up and things like that. I gave that Regenerator too, so you could swap it out once the Trick Room's over, get some health back, set your Trick Room up again, and send it in. That's another option. And yes, we've got a Hypnotize Specially. Obviously, this is a huge meme set, but I had to share it. So we've got a physical Amoonguss. We got that Defense Curl rollout strategy happening here. So before you do that, you got Spore. So you put the opponent to sleep, you plant them roots, so you get that recovery. We've got Defense Curl, and then we've got Rollout as well. So you get that Rollout happening, got that Terror Rock, got that Effect Spore as well. In case they wake up, they can put themselves back to sleep. And we got Quick Claw on top of that too. We got Max Health, Max Attack, Adamant Nature, and you're just going to be rolling. That Mushroom's going to be rolling out. If you want a really fun battle and a fun Pokemon that's absolutely terrible to use, give this a go. It's a quality meme. Let's have a look at some more Amoonguss. Let's have a look at some more Amoonguss moves, not Ambipom. And we'll have some last sort of minute thoughts on it. But it pretty much is a great support Pokemon. Let's check out its status moves. Let's see if I've missed anything. So we're going to protect this very good in doubles. It does have Rest Talk, but I don't think you really need it if you're running Regenerator, and even like another healing move would be better. It does get Stun Spore. I've seen a few run Stun Spore on there. I don't know. It's got that, the accuracy of Stun Spore really throws me. And you've got Spore already too, so I don't know. I feel like Spore's better, but I have used Stun Spore a few times. It's all right. Just that, that shaky accuracy. It has Sub as well. You could use Sub shit. That could be very annoying. Another item you could run in there is Leftovers as well, and Black Sludge. Probably Leftovers in case you tear it right. We've got Toxic. We've gone over that too. Not much here. Grassy Terrain. We've got Rage Powder, which is bread and butter. It does get Rain Dance too. That would power down some fire type moves, and it's got Sunny Day and other things. So it's very, very limited. What you see is what you get here. And let's check out its special moves. So Clear Smog, I went over that. It's not bad there. Could be a good filler move. Energy Ball, I don't think I'd recommend that unless you're running like more of a sweeping set, like max special attack. Giga Drain here is good. Recovery, and of course a little bit of damage. And yeah, Grass Side. Hex might work with something like if you got some Toxic Spikes down, or it's a Toxic set. It does get Leaf Storm. I don't know. I was thinking of something kind of cool here. This is just, I'm making this up on the spot. So, yeah, we got a Jetpack. Let's make this up on the spot right now. Pinrise Special number 2. So let's go Modest, put the last little bit in there. So we got Leaf Storm. So Leaf Storm's a powerful move. So a Jetpack's going to activate after you use it, after your special attack is dropped. It's going to swap you out, and then Regenerator is going to heal you. Not bad, right? That's pretty cool. So we got that going. Can we build on this set even more? Is there anything else I could possibly do? There's nothing in terms of stats, but you could have Sludge Bomb on it. That would be okay. I wish I got Sludge Wave. That'd be really, really good if I got Sludge Wave, because that would be some extra things, right? You could also have... I'm just thinking, you could have Giga Drain on there as well. And maybe... I'm just having a look. It depends in like singles or you could run this in doubles as well, and Pollen Puff as well. So you could have Pollen Puff. It doesn't have an item. I wonder what you can do if you have no item. I just want to have a look. Does it have anything to could possibly benefit? You could even run that in doubles. Like, how about that? It's very gimmicky, obviously, but you're gonna do some pretty good power. You could even go Terra Grass, and then you got that momentum. You could run that with another Pokemon with Intimidate, or like any of those other Pokemon that would work well with Amoonguss. So just another idea. A little bit more gimmicky though. Let's have a look at some more thoughts here on special moves. So yeah, we went over them. Pollen Puff, Venom Shot, we've sort of already gone over that too. There's not too much else here. And its physical is actually the same as its special attack, but its physical is horrendous. Check this out. So, oh man, I mean, you might, okay, let's do a physical set. So I did like a rollout set. Let's actually do a proper physical set. Oh boy, oh boy. Stomping Tantrum. Yeah, okay, we got that. Stomping Tantrum. We got Bullet Seed. Let's give it a loaded dice. Let's get that happening. All right, here we go. Bullet Seed, Stomping Tantrum. That's good. And wow, Facade. Maybe if we get burned or something like that. And then, man, we could put Foul Play on there, or we could even do Body Slam as well. That could be rather interesting. How about we get a status move? I feel like we need we could have just Spore on there. That could work. Or you could have a healing move on top of that too. Decisions, right? How about we just we'll put a healing move on there. It's going to be incredible. And we'll put Regenerate on there as well. Actually, we don't need that. We want something. If we got Regenerate, we probably don't need that. So EVs, max. We go max health and max attack, right? That's optimizing it probably the best. All around bulk, maximum attack. So you got that loaded dice, Bullet Seed. It's gonna pop. And then, well, maybe one more physical. No, I don't want to give it a physical move. Let's give it a status move. I think Spore would be good. I actually really think Spore would be perfect because, like, you could just get that sleep, or you could use Stun Spore. One of the two. Maybe. Oh, wait. You could use Stun Spore, right? Exactly work with Stomping Tantrum. Say a fire type comes in, it misses, right? Then you get that double base power and Stomping Tantrum. That'll be fire. Okay, that's cool. Or you could even go Terra Blast. How about Terra Blast? Terra Blast Fire, maybe? That works well. Terra Blast Water. Let's go Terra Blast Water. Let's do that. So we've got a water type move. We can absolutely unload a massive water move. So there you go. Another option you could possibly use for Amoonguss. I think that's pretty much it for our little mushroom friend here. In sort of final sort of thoughts here, Amoonguss is a terrific support Pokemon. Really good. You can slot this into any team, and it's gonna, especially doubles, it's gonna be like wonderful support Pokemon. You know, putting Pokemon to sleep, redirecting moves, sponging attacks, getting its health back, and swapping it back in. Generally a very good support Pokemon. I absolutely guarantee you'd find a place for it on your team. Hope you enjoyed this, people. Once again, if there's any Pokemon you'd like me to cover, can be anything, put it below. Do check out the playlist though, because I've done hundreds of Pokemon already, so maybe I've already covered it. But it can be any Pokemon as well. I'm trying to do ones that people really want me to to do first, and we'll try and slowly get through them. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed that one. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.